Chris Brown, for the moment, let's talk about it. How y'all doing? Welcome to Let's Talk About It Music Review Season 12. How y'all doing? Welcome to the show. We got a little bit of a night episode going on, recording at night. Might as well do it. Now, this is going to be you know, yeah, this is sadly the final track review of the whole Chris Brown coverage of the new album. I've had a really good time checking out this album. Now, I will be giving you my full thoughts, my actual, thoughts of how I've been feeling about this whole entire album. All the feedback for this project, it was trending on Twitter when it first dropped, and there were some opinions on that. So I'll be getting into all that stuff once I do the album review. It's going to be a whole thing. But this is the final song I wanted to check out. And this is also one of my other favorite songs off this album. So I thought, for the final track review of the Chris Brown coverage, we might as well finish off with a fucking banger. So, for the moment, now before I even get into anything, we might as well just do a music video review because I've been kind of slotting these music video reviews in. I might as well, it's part of the music. Might as well talk about it. I will say this music video is pretty fucking cool. The motorcycles going fucking crazy. I'd say even the dance, choreography and all the cool fucking, effects that are on this song and this music video is overall pretty good. And I'd say overall too, this is probably one of the better music videos I've definitely seen from Chris Brown. I will be honest with you. I do like these music videos more than like the where he makes his songs like how do I say this? The Fallen music video is too fucking long. All right, 8 minutes long. Like I know Chris Brown loves his art, his music videos, or whatever the fuck, but 8 minutes is fucking crazy. Like, and when it's 8 minutes, it's not even like like an 8 minute song. It's like a video. It's just like, man, that's a lot of time to invest into it. So I kind of like it when it's like this. And this cool thing too, for the moment, is number 3 on trending on the YouTube. And I'd say for good reason. The music video is actually really fucking good. So for a music video, this is probably one of the better music videos I've seen this year. So I'd easily give this music video like a good old 8 out of 10. It's nothing crazy. Well, I mean, it kind of looks crazy. It's kind of fun and crazy, which I definitely do like, but like it's not like anything groundbreaking, but it's nice, sweet, concise, gets to the fucking point. And it's just a kind of an easy, simple 8 out of 10 for the music video. So if I was doing a music video review and that was just it, the music video itself is a cool little 8. But we're not here for the music video. Let's get into the fucking content. Let's get into the song. So starting off with the instrumental for the moment, I really like this beat. You know, one of the cool things that I'm loving about this new Chris Brown album is that the switch ups in this album just have me, having such a good ass time. The way switch ups can just make your song just sound way better, just make the song, really come together, and I just love the fact that, on this album, there's so many different switch ups on this project. And they're actually fun switch ups. It's not switch ups that sound bad or terrible. It's actually some really cool, fucking nice switch ups. And I will say, I like the guitar on here because the guitar doesn't feel like, like some like shitty ass, like loopy, acoustic guitar or anything like that. No, this is like got a cool ass like rock kind of vibe to it. These like really like brash, like thrash kind of like synths that just kind of rage throughout this whole entire song. The cool little piano like key effects too, the strings and all that stuff here just absolutely just smack in my opinion. So I really do overall enjoy this beat. One of my favorite beats off this album, and then you get the beat switch up at the very end, and that's when the drums come in. Those 808s have been fucking kicking in, but like the 808s, like I don't know, it's like they're at 100, and then like when the beat switch up comes in, he kind of like turns the fucking bass up to like 200 fucking 200 on the volume. So that's kind of how it feels like with your ears. That like final ass drop is really good with that final rendition of the hook. So overall, I really do enjoy this beat. I like all the different elements that's kind of baked into this beat. Just sounds really fucking good in my opinion. And then, let's get into the opening verse. The opening verse is pretty good. I like the vocals, I like the singing, I like the flows. I'd say overall, Chris Brown sounds really good, and I do like the build up to the hook. I like that when the beat drops, and then Chris Brown's having this like pre-intro into the hook. I think when you do that, it makes your hooks even more addicting. It adds a little bit more layers to it. It doesn't go from a verse to a hook, from a verse to the final rendition of the hook. The song has some more meat to it, has some more textures going on with it, so I really do enjoy that. And then let's talk about this hook. You know, I will completely say, this is probably one of my favorite hooks from this album. The singing's just really fucking good. The way he holds out his notes too, just absolutely hit. Then those background vocals easily get stuck in your head too. It's a simple hook. It's nothing fucking crazy, but it absolutely fucking bangs. Sounds absolutely fire. And then you get you get this cool little final like second verse. Now the second verse does have more the same as the first one, but then there's that little switch up where he does this kind of like faster flow, and he's flowing like crazy on the beat, and then you have that final rendition drop from the hook. And I will say that final hook does go really hard with the beat switch up. So overall, when we talk about Chris Brown for the moment, I really do enjoy this beat. This beat absolutely fucking bangs. This hook fucking goes crazy. The verses just absolutely sound fantastic. So overall, I will easily give this track a nice solid 9 out of 10. 9 out of 10, guys. What y'all think about it? Did you love it? Did you hate it? I don't know. Let me know. Thank y'all so much for listening. And we are finally on to the fucking album review for Chris Brown. I've been having a good ass time. The next review you will see is the final fucking review of this whole like Chris Brown marathon. I know we had I think we had one. Oh well, no, we had two. We had two songs that I kind of checked out that weren't Chris Brown, but the most of the week has just been Chris Brown. That will sadly, it'll be sad for me, maybe not for y'all, but sadly, I will be moving on from Chris Brown, but we will be finishing Chris Brown up tomorrow for a whole ass album review, and it's probably going to be a very long album review. Get ready. We got a lot of tracks to go over. We got a lot of shit to talk about, a lot of opinions to go over, and, of course, stuff that I don't agree with. So, we got a lot of stuff coming. That's coming up tomorrow, and I will say it have a good one. Yeah, guys. Bye.